welcome to my new video about advent calendars. This is the advent calendar that we're using at the minute. We've finally put a picture in it. There's a picture of me and my son from when we went to Centre Parks. There's also the wooden cut out decoration on there, which is really nice, and it does light up as well. So we've had this advent calendar for quite a few years now. I used to use it for myself and for my husband, and we put little sweets in there. But for my son, who will be 2 this month, we don't really want to do sweets or chocolate at the moment. So we're putting little notes in instead. And I just thought I'd do a video of basically how we're doing it, which is to try and keep it cheap and as easy as possible, really. There's a few things that I found make it more difficult. One, his age. In a way it makes it easier because we can put quite easy things in there and he doesn't really know any different. But also it makes it a bit harder because he can't always get involved in things. Also because he's at nursery, which I guess applies for school as well, but he's 3 days a week. He's out of the house for quite a long time, and especially for a toddler, it doesn't leave us much time either side to do an activity. And the other issue I've had is that because his birthday is this month, it's kind of getting the balance right between what we're doing for his birthday and what's for Christmas. I've always been conscious that we don't want to merge the two together too much and him not be able to celebrate his birthday because we're just doing Christmas things or however it works. So first of all, I tend to go through, probably do a bit of a calendar for the month, write it down so I can see what we've actually got planned. So those will be Christmas events that we've booked or things with family, things that are happening at nursery that we can use as something in the calendar, anything like that, and then I'll generally put them ones in first because they're the easiest ones to complete. Next, what I do is I wrote out a list of things that we can do really quickly on the days that he's at nursery, so it tends to be things that fit in with his normal routine anyway. We don't have very much time on a morning. It tends to be get up, get ready, go. To be honest, there's not even time to open the advent calendar, never mind do an activity in there. So on those days we look more at things that we can do after nursery. His routine on an evening will generally be have a snack or something to eat, and then your normal bedtime routine, so a bath, reading a book, going to bed. So those days I've been looking at Christmas snacks that we can do. One of the days last week while he was at nursery, we did a little snack that looked like candy canes. It was just slices of banana and strawberry, and we put that on the plate to look like candy canes, and that was his snack. Other things that we'll use will be having a disco bath. So we have actually recently bought a disco ball, a disco light, which he really loves. So we're definitely going to use that in the bathroom at some point, obviously not in the water. But my husband bought a little light up rubber duck as well, so we'll get that out as part of his advent and he can use that in the bath. Other things will be wearing his Christmas pyjamas. I've actually ordered some new ones that were in the sale, so when those come we'll probably have that as an advent for one day. Other things will be seeing the Christmas lights on the way home from nursery. So if I pick him up in the car, if I've been working in the office, we don't really have chance to go anywhere. But on a Tuesday usually I'll walk around for him, so on one of the days that I walk we'll go and investigate some houses that I've seen with good Christmas lights, and we'll go see them on the way home. So the Christmas events that we book, we try and keep them quite cheap. We're not going to see Santa this year. I'm not really sure that he would enjoy it. I think he's still a bit too young. He's starting to recognise pictures of Santa, but I still don't think he understands the concept of Christmas, and I don't think he would enjoy going to see Santa. And all the ones I've seen are quite expensive, really, so we won't be doing that this year. Most of the events that we are doing, I try and look for cheaper events, ones that are things that we kind of do anyway, where they have a Christmas themed event. Or for example, the first day of Advent, we went to Lotherton Hall, which is only 20 minutes away from us. We actually have an annual pass to go there, so we can get free entry to the grounds and to see the animals there. Most of the Christmas stuff is extra, but we also got to see they've got a little fairy dell, which is really cute, and a winter woodland walk, which is nice as well, and that's open for everybody. So we booked that. We didn't have to pay anything extra to go. We booked just with our membership, and I would say we had a nice day out, but actually he was a bit of a grump, but it was nice and Christmassy. So then, regarding things around his birthday, I actually asked some opinions of what other people did with December birthdays. If you have children with December birthdays, or if you have a December birthday yourself and you've got any ideas, please feel free to put your comments below, and I might use them in a future year. One of the ideas that I read, which wasn't something that I'd thought of, was to stop using the advent calendar over the child's birthday or maybe the weekend, and I think that would work well with the chocolate calendar. The person I spoke to was talking about the children having 2 or 3 chocolates on the next day that they start it again. I'm not sure with this style of advent calendar if that would work as well. So we're just going to keep it quite simple on the days where it is his birthday or where we're celebrating his birthday. So we'll try and do something, it could be a Christmas themed snack again, or maybe a bit of arts and crafts or something that we can fit in on those days that is separate to the event that we're doing for his birthday. I didn't want to put in the advent calendar just like happy birthday, or today you're having a party for your birthday. I wanted to do something that was for Christmas. So we will, like the day of his party, the party's not till the afternoon, so we have got the morning where, say, we can do some sort of crafts at home, and we will have time to fit that in, or maybe some baking or something like that that we can then take to the party. That might be a good idea. Which kind of leads on to my next point, actually, that to make the advent calendar easier, I haven't put the note in each box yet. So some of them where we have got a pre-booked activity, those are in there, but all the rest, especially the nursery days, I just pop them in, usually the night before, possibly even during the day if it's not been opened in the morning, which, as I said, it's very unlikely it will be. And that just means that I can think about what we've got on. If we're going to do a Christmas snack, I can think about what we've got in the kitchen, or we could plan to go to the shop if needed, and it just makes it a bit easier rather than me having to think every day, oh, I have to do this today. For example, if we go see the Christmas lights, if it's raining, I don't want to do that. I'm sure he won't either. So we put it in as late as possible, really, just to make it easier for ourselves. So on some of the days when we do things like arts and crafts, I always have a look through what we've got first, so hopefully we don't need to buy anything else. I have actually bought a couple of things this year. I've bought a nice Christmas tree garland that's wooden and you can decorate all the trees, and I think we'll probably do that with my son and his big sister, and that might be a nice decoration that we can put up every year. I think that was only a couple of £1, and we have got another couple of things that were £1 or £2 each that we can do with my son, and those things we probably will do with his big sister as well. So we just try and avoid having to buy loads of different things that, one, we might not even get to use them all, and two, I think it's just putting a lot of pressure on yourself financially and time wise. You don't want the activities to take all day. Just one thing to them to quickly paint or colour in or whatever, I think is plenty. We also, with the crafts, we try and do things like making Christmas cards, so it can be a whole family activity, and it saves us having to buy Christmas cards, and it's nice to do homemade Christmas cards, especially when you've got little ones. And we actually bought a box of I think there's 100 plain cards that we bought not long after we had my son, so we've used them for cards for all sorts of occasions. And I think it's a really good thing to do, is just buy a big box and you can just work your way through them, and obviously buy a new box when you need it, rather than buying a few here and there. And I think we generally make about 20 cards. We did last Christmas. The year before he'd only just been born, so I ain't got a clue what we did then. But last Christmas and this Christmas we've just done like 20, and they'll just go out to family, close friends, and then we can usually find like a box of cheap cards to do any extras we need to do. But to be honest, we don't really send that many cards, so the homemade ones will be for most people that we send them to. So I think that's all our tips for doing your own advent calendar. I think the thing that you have to remember with something like this is it's meant to be fun. It's meant to be fun for your child, but it's meant to be fun for yourself as well. You don't want to be stressing over it. We don't want to spend loads of money on different things to go in there. It is meant to be fun, and if it isn't, what's the point in doing it? So yeah, we just try and find different ways to make it as easy as possible while it's still being fun. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you.